Alrighty. So, this is a game that I have not played much of since I was in grade school. I remember back in the day when I had my PS2 and they were coming out with the PlayStation magazines, they had this game on one of the demo discs, and I played this demo over and over and over. And the game's only like an hour long, so we're just gonna go ahead, hang out, and beat it. It's a game. All I remember is you're a dog and you paint stuff. So, let's see. That is legitimately the only thing I remember. Story Hideki Kamiya? Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. I wish it would go faster. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on its neck, the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranyu. I don't fucking know how to say that, but the wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranyu. I don't know how to... Shiranyu. Yeah, I guess it's how you pronounce it. The warrior, Nagi, attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranyu's swift movements. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know a lick of anything other than English. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice, piercing the sky. The arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign, determined to put an end to the Orochi once and for all. So she's gonna be sacrificed because the arrow hit her house, I guess? Nagi traveled to the beast cave in place of his beloved. The moon cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing, crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At this point, I just feel like the fucking narrator. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranyu, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Barring its fearsome claws, Shiranyu leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranyu summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranyu, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranyu fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranyu, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyeing crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Is he gonna kill the puppy and then bring him back to life as like a godly entity? Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranyu refused to give in with its last ounce of strength done. The majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. It was Nagi doing throughout all of this. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. For starters, if you're using a gold sword, that's probably a big part of your problem. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranyu had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki? These names are gonna break my brain. When they reached the village, Shiranyu was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranyu let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranyu's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi, placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranyu's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Sword? Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. You were saying? So pulling the sword from the stone brought Orochi back to life? It would appear. Oh, he who seeks power, who has broken my bonds, speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Or don't. And just keep your mouth shut and be eaten like you deserve. I think if anybody ever deserved to be sacrificed, it would be that. I'm assuming it's a man. I'll assume whatever I want in this day and age. A horrible tragedy. What the fuck? A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Hello, random spirit. Wood spirit. Sikuya? How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such a calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years. I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Heck yeah. Okami Amaterasu. Okami. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the Savior, whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago, has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, but never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your power to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen it? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Ho ho ho. Oh he he he. Oh ha 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 ha. How come any game that comes out of Japanese has to be weird and pervy? Like, did she have to have a full orgasm as that little thing popped out of her tits? Really? You again. What again? Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug! I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it! You look like that statue of Shiranyu. Shiranyu, whatever the fuck it's called. What do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you. I think we got bigger problems at hand. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh great, God Amaterasu, I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villager spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that. If you cut it down, the village will be restored. It's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Alrighty. Cut the fruit down. Fruit sure is growing in a high place. The only way we're gonna reach it is some kind of special power. We go in here? I assume. Where are we? We got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. I did that before and it wasn't fucking rushing it. You can use the right stick to look around. L1 to change your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? You inverted camera controls. And no way to change it. Hey! Okay, I need to invert both. Gosh darn it. Even though neither of them were inverted to begin with. Turn that bitch on. Why the hell would I not want loading screen minigames? That sounds awesome. Okay, now they are not inverted. That jumps. That looks. That's a map. That does nothing. That does nothing. That attacks. I can bark. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way you can always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. Huh? Yeah, that was definitely a lot of reading. For sure. But they did a good job of story building. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press that to bust them with your head. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. Out of curiosity, take screenshot. There we go. There. To the middle on the side, yeah. Can I move it just straight to the center screen? That would be really dumb, but... No, I can't. But yeah, I can move it to the center.
I feel like the center side would be better because then you're out of the way of the corners.
If I were watching somebody and they put their camera right there, I'd be annoyed. I got muns. Lots and lots of money. Whoa, whoa, hold on there, furball. Get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press X to jump, then press X again to do a wall jump. Make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high. Alrighty, I see. I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. You obtained Holy Bone S. Spooky. Interesting. I'm sorry, horsey. I didn't even know I could break you. Hey now. Cut break. Well, never mind. Looks like the bridge is out. It shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. Mind if I call you Amy? I'm okay with that. Listen, Amy. Ever heard of the spirit of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? I didn't mean to hit the button that time. I'm literally trying to take socks off because my feet are warm. Actually, my feet are straight cooking. Oh, there we go. That's better. Up, and then we fill the bridge in with the brush. And then bam, there's a bridge. Nice, huh? There's a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I practiced really hard just to master this one technique, but there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us. But god or no god, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? I'll show you. River of the Heavens. The river of the heavens. They mean the fabled Stardust River? But I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? Yes, I see. I don't need to examine. Oh, that's how I change camera. Wow, look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. You know what's really annoying? So, the past, couple minutes that he's been talking, I've been able to hit X to, skip loading the letters and whatnot. Hey look, are those stars forming a pattern, or is it just me? That is aggravating. There's one missing. And now all of a sudden I can do it again. What is going on here? Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Boop. Follow. Hold brush. Draw. Missing star. Also, time for meds. Ah, why if it isn't Mother Amy?
I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, Yomi, god of restoration. Have eagerly awaited this day when we can meet again. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried river bed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. Wow, that was Yomi, the god of rejuvenation. Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now? Can you really use it to restore the river of the heavens? That would mean you were as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, it couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique?
Alright, meds taken. It's probably the first time in absolute months I've gotten all my meds taken by 9:01. Oh, these pop back. Well, never mind. River of the Heavens. Wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way you could pull off a stunt like that. Alrighty. Way to be a dick about it. We just stand here and then... I fell in the water. But I seemed okay. Okay. Just fill all that funness in. Pater! Whoa! A river of stardust! This really must be the River of the Heavens. But what I really want to know is, who the heck drew that darn thing? You're such a dick, my guy. Like, who do you think drew it? I don't know, maybe the person that just learned how to... Really? Stupid. Ooh, treasure chest. But... Whoa, whoa, whoa. You just gonna ignore that treasure chest? You'll end up in the poorhouse if you overlook stuff like that. Really? Fine, I'll go open the treasure chest first. You obtained Astral Pouch. Look what we found, Furball. This Astral Pouch here's amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then, when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here. A bag that eats food. Hey look, food. Alrighty. How many fruit do I need to fill it? That's what I'd like to know. Nope, nothing else to do here. Alright. Loading screen minigame? Loading screen minigame? No? No loading screen minigame. Okay. Guess the PS5 just loaded too quickly. Like, what? Loading screen? What loading screen? This game has no business being this pretty. It is genuinely gorgeous, though. I love it. Fountain of Nagi. Oh, Nagi. What's his name doing? What's his name doing here? I don't know. Probably the fact that he helped save stuff. Hey, look. A stray bead. Find all scattered beads and get a special reward. I kind of like that. Can I jump up the trees? No. I can kind of wall jump forever though. Just not on the trees, I guess. It's kind of weird. The trees aren't... I don't think they're... They are not two-dimensional, or they are not three-dimensional. The trees are literally 2 dimensions. Huh. Interesting. I have no idea what the money is going to be used for, but we'll find out at some point. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think you'll hide stuff from me. Dumplings! Again, like, it's filling a pouch. Astral pouch. I don't know. Okay. My poor ankle's killing me now. Oh, I had my damn wrap on all day. Well, now I want to know, is there stuff in the water that I can get? Oh, why is that a thing that's happening? That is getting a lot smaller. Can I drown? That's an interesting concept. I mean, I guess not really, but I just wasn't expecting a dog to be able to drown, I guess. I love the fact wherever I run, it like grows flowers behind me. Is this Nagi? Yes. We must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago with the help of the White Wolf. Shiranyu. You mean me? First the river of the heavens and now this place? Where the heck are we, Furball? Boy, this place is a wreck. See, that sword is in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place. Quit running into the wall. Yeah, I know. Draw the rest of the sword. I'm trying to do stuff. I understand. Bloop, there's your sword. It's very crappily drawn. That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a... rat? A rat with a sword. That's what I thought that was. Well, well, well. If it isn't Mother Amy. It's been a long time. But with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil. Wait, a sword? That doesn't look like a sword. That was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute, if you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranyu. You know the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi? When Shiranyu died, died. The wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy. Shiranyu and Nagi, it's just like the legend. Well, anyways, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How's about showing your stuff off on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it until I see it. Fwah! Wow. I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. Yeah, me. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranyu, reborn, then that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you. Hehe. It's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing Sakuya was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. You mean cut down the fruit? Can I jump down? No, I can't. Alright. Back we go. Yeah, you thought. Pow! Get out of my way. What the? Where'd they come from? Oh, whatever. Draw first, ask questions later. You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press the square button to use its power against them. Look, Amy. Once they've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, they're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. Wha-cha! Wha-cha! Well, that did nothing. You obtained ink bottle. Okay, maybe it did some stuff. I don't know. Alrighty. Defeated our first enemies. Can I cut trees down? No? Alright. Lame. What are you doing hiding in there, huh? I don't think so. Bring it on! It was kind of cool. I thought he was knocked out and he wasn't. I went to do the power slash thing on him and it just inked him. He was all blind because I drew on his face. It was kind of funny. Let's go! Are we going to cut the fruit down, maybe? I mean, couldn't I just jump from here? Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. So. Yes, I would like to overwrite. I've been playing this for 42 minutes. You said the playtime was 50? Alright.
So 50 minutes to an hour.
Is that just it? Did I save the town and we're just done now? You know, I wonder if... How long is it?
40 hours.
Well, I'm gonna stop this now then. Alright, well, I thought this game was only like an hour long, and it is not, so... We're not gonna even continue to play. What the f is it? It's just to exit the pause menu. That's dumb. Quit pushing the button. Am I stupid? Yeah, whatever. I'm not sure what to do about that. Well, it sucks, but we'll revisit this game another day, I guess. We'll go play Gunfire Reborn for like an hour on stream, just so we can say we didn't kill stream. I'll be right back.